Today I'm going to be learning about Swedish inventions. This is a top 8 Swedish inventions. Now, I'm sure there's a lot more than 8 Swedish inventions and innovations, so any that are not on this list, please tell me about them in the comments. Tell me what's your favourite Swedish invention, what do you think is the most important one. Let's watch this and we can learn.
Ja, jag vill leva, jag vill dö i Norden. Hey guys, what's going on? Andrew coming at you. In honor of National Day here in Sweden, I thought I would talk about the top 8 inventions coming out of Sweden. It's not very Swedish to brag about your country, and Swedes like to be patriotic, but like privately patriotic. So, because I'm American, we got no problems bragging. I thought I would give Sweden some love today in this video. If you like this one, as always, like, share, and subscribe. Let's get into it. The first invention we got to talk about, number 1 on our list, has to be Gideon Sundbeck's invention of the modern day zipper. So basically, if you've ever used the zipper, the modern day feature, it was developed here in Sweden. Just kind of a lesser known fact and something that we pretty much used on a daily basis. I find was interesting. Number 2, moving on this list, Inge Elder and Carl Helsman Hertz helped develop the modern day system for ultrasound. So basically, anytime you're using ultrasound, if you're trying to figure out if your baby's okay, if you're getting ready, if you're pregnant or anything like that, this was developed. It helped partly in Sweden during the 1970s. So just another way that Sweden is awesome. Probably one.
That is really cool if you think about the amount that's actually helped humanity, not just for checking babies, but just for the health of people, and how it's probably saved like countless lives. That's actually, I don't think I heard of that one before, but actually quite amazing. Is there any other medical innovations that have come from Sweden?
One of the most used inventions I use on this list, Håkan Lans, helped develop what we consider now a modern day mouse for computers.
Nice.
So if you do any type of gaming and working on the mouse and you're using that mouse design with the 2 clicks, the left and the right, this you have to thank Sweden, which is pretty cool because Sweden is already so heavily influenced in the gaming world, really. Lots of great developers and games coming out of Sweden, and also great gaming conventions such as DreamHack.
Yeah, tell me more about that. Again, like something like the mouse, the zip to begin with, things that are like used in every country by pretty much every person. Quite amazing. They both originated in Sweden. Excellent. And yeah, with regards to gaming in Sweden, he was talking about that's quite important in Sweden. What games and things have come from Sweden that you would recommend?
Number 4 on this list, and we have to thank Rune Elmqvist, who helped develop in 1958. He invented the pacemaker. This one I feel very personal about because I have a friend of mine that actually uses the pacemaker, got the surgery, and it saved his life, and he's been alive now for 15 years. He's had to have the battery replaced a couple of times. It is battery operated, but it is just a life-saving device that has changed thousands, if not millions of lives. We obviously can't talk about this list if we don't mention number 5 on this list, Alfred Nobel, who developed dynamite, which is kind of an interesting one because when I first thought about dynamite, you think of like war and explosions and stuff, but really one of the biggest impact was just on construction here around the world. Just the ability to be able to move rock that quickly really catapulted us into the Industrial Revolution in the West. Just be able to create and things like that. And of course, now we honor Alfred Nobel, and the Nobel Prize is given out in Sweden every year. So that's the next one on our list.
Yeah, what do you think about that? And obviously with like Oppenheimer last year, and from what I learned is like obviously Oppenheimer, after he invented the atomic bomb, he had like kind of regrets on how it would negatively affect some people. Did Nobel have any similar regrets? Did he just see the positive aspect of it and how it was going to enhance humanity with progress, like you said there, with construction and all that sort of thing? But obviously it's caused a lot of destruction as well. Like, did he have any regrets or negative feelings towards it?
And this is probably the most Swedish thing ever done, is Volvo developed the 3-point seatbelt system.
That one I knew about, actually. Great.
Speaking like a true Swede, basically
another
Volvo
great thing for humanity.
Realized how life-saving this technology was going to be and believed that it was not worth it. It was better for the greater good of all if they shared the technology with everybody else. They didn't patent it. So they chose to give every car manufacturer the same right to build a seatbelt, and just imagine how many lives then have been saved by seatbelts over the course of time. And what a great thing that a company didn't care about profit first and actually cared about saving people's lives. I think that's awesome. Number
How many
7,
lives have been
again,
saved by
I can't be on this
Swedish
list without
Innovations?
talking about IKEA, which really revolutionized the way furniture is shipped, the way people buy furniture, that cut down the cost of everything, being able to build it yourself. You can't go to a Swedish home without having something from IKEA, and basically IKEA is everywhere. You can go to any home, it seems like, around the world, and you're going to find something from IKEA, whether it's a coffee cup or furniture, things like that. One of the major companies to come out of Sweden, and it has such a big impact on the world. It's everywhere. Like even in the US, you see it all the time, IKEA. So fantastic job there. And number 8.
Yeah, I've lived in Malaysia, Thailand, China. Each of those countries had IKEA. Each of them were absolutely packed with people. Everybody goes there to buy their things. Again, like, it looks like with these inventions, there's like 2 distinct categories. Ones that are like for humanity and have saved countless lives, and then there's others that are just used by everybody as well. Actually, it's like you just see Sweden's impact on the world is so important.
Which I put on this list is Allemansrätt, or the way that like Swedes see nature. It might be a Scandinavian thing overall, but this whole idea that nature is something that we share. You can basically go anywhere that you want to go, walk anywhere you want to walk, and maybe camp or have a good time. And as long as you take care of the stuff, you throw away your trash and things like that, you're basically free to move around. This is awesome if you want to pick mushrooms in the summer, if you want to go fishing, if you just want to go hiking and explore, you have the freedom to do that. Swedes see nature as something to be shared, which I just find to be a very,
that's
very
the best
thing.
mentality,
So
the best way.
I hope you guys like this one.
Yeah, that's excellent. I mean, when you see in other countries where there's so much private land, I live in Malaysia now, and like you really can't go anywhere to just walk about in nature. Everywhere's like a specific park. You need to pay to get in. Even foreigners have to pay more than locals. I go there with my wife, and like she can pay cheaper than me. It's quite mad. There's like a 2-tier pricing. But not only that, like, yeah, just nowhere. You can't just walk anywhere. Like Scotland has a bit more freedom, and you can walk pretty much anywhere, I think. Even the difference between Scotland and England. England has a lot more private land and things. I get that there's farming and farmers have their own land to do things, but you should be able to just walk anywhere, enjoy nature, have that freedom, and I think Sweden does it perfectly. So tell me what you think about these great inventions from Sweden. Tell me about any that were not on this list. Thanks.